to cook than we would if we were going to do this in our whole oven and heat up the whole house. This would take like an hour and a half in the oven. This took me 35 minutes to pressure cook, and then we just crisp it golden brown and delicious with the air fry function for about 10 minutes. And so I love that you have the best of both worlds, but it's a true 8-in-1. So you can also steam, you can bake, you can roast, you can even dehydrate. And I love the capacity. And I mean, fall is just around the corner. We're going to start cooking up a storm for our friends and family, and you can do up to 8 quarts of pasta. And so I use the sear saute function to get my sauce started, and then I pressure cook the pasta in just 6 minutes. Now, imagine doing this on your stovetop for pasta. You'd have to boil the water, you'd have to make the sauce, you'd have to do, have multiple pots and pans out. I was able to do 8 quarts of pasta all in one pot. And so now
just
what I'm going to
boil the water, Rochelle. I mean, 6 minutes it takes just to get the water to boil.
I know, absolutely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it with some cheese and some pepperoni. This is the pepperoni pizza pasta bake. This recipe is actually included with the book that you get, and it's really popular. Everybody loves it every time I make it, and it's what we're going to do is essentially turn it into a casserole. So I'm going to lower the lid, and I'm going to turn the Ninja back on, and we're going to zoom into the front panel here so I can show you how it works. So here are your 8 different functions. It's really smart technology. You are getting 2 lids. You have your pressure cooker lid, and then you also have your air fry lid, which is attached. The air fry functions are lit up because that's the lid that I have used. So you're never going to mess it up. It's really smart. It knows what you're using. So here you've got your air crisp, bake, broil, dehydrate, sear, saute, slow cook, steam, and pressure. I'm going to select air crisp. That's our air fry function. Then you have your time and temperature on each side. I'm just going to lower my time. It's already at 390, so I'm going to lower the time just to about 5 minutes to get that cheese nice and golden and melty. Let's do 4 minutes. I'm going to hit start, and you'll see it starts counting down. That's the other thing I love about it, Alice, is I don't have to babysit it. I can walk around the house, I can go check my email, I can watch TV. This is gonna have dinner ready for me really quick.
Really quickly, and we are gonna send it right out to you with free shipping and handling today. You can put this on 5 flex payments, $36 on your credit card, but when you get it home, what you will really appreciate is the fact that you have your pressure cooker. Pressure cookers have been traditionally our #1 best seller across all kitchen appliances here at HSN for years and years and years. Why? Because it cooks not just faster, it's that it cooks it better. It's that it cooks it so it's fall apart tender. You can cook ribs in a matter of minutes. But in the past, it turned out more like short ribs, right? It just turned out kind of like boiled, kind of parboiled. It looked like that. But now being able to add the air fry function to it, now to be able to finish it so it looks crispy, so it looks delectable, so it looks appetizing. You can melt your cheese in this, you can do all those things, but then taking that to a whole different level, because what your pressure cooker probably can't do is steam. You can bake in this, you can roast in this, you can air fry in this, you can pressure cook in this. You can then add that broiler feature to all of it so you get brown pressure cooked chicken or ribs or anything else. All of that, and it's under $180 today. You get both of the lids. All you do to change the function is just switch out the lid. It couldn't be easier. And it really is one of the simplest, easiest pressure cookers or air fryers I've ever used. You can pay $180 for either one of those appliances. What I paid just for, because I really like a lot of food steamed, I've been trying to eat healthier, and for what you pay just for a steamer, what you pay just for a dehydrator, it's all right in here, and then you get your choice of colors. We're including all the racks. These racks are really key. A lot of times we charge extra for the racks. We threw everything in, so you're getting everything you need to, whether it's fries or onion rings, you're going to air fry, whether you want to do ribs in here, whether you want to do a pulled pork in here, whether you want to bake a cake. Up to 70% faster with pressure cooker, but pressure cooker. The reason why we have sold hundreds of thousands of them is the flavor, the moistness, and the tenderness. Then to get on top of that, your air fry so you can cook healthier, and then to be able to finish it. So it does add that brown, that crispness, that bark to the ribs. All of that you will get now. But this is the only way I know to get all that in one appliance. And today on sale at under $180. Get it home and try it for 30 days. I will bet you $5 that you will not use your stove for maybe every one of those 30 days because this is so much fun to use and so easy and so fast. And really, truly, it's just a better form of cooking. Black available, we have cinnamon. At least consider that gray. That gray is so beautiful. I love that white and black. It just goes so beautifully in my kitchen. If you want that blue, again, very, very limited now in the blue. We're down to a matter of a few dozen in the blue. It's a beautiful, rich navy. But Rochelle, again, the thing about Ninja Foodi, they always innovate to take two of the best sellers, put it together, but then add all of the other functions as well, is why people absolutely love this design.
They do, they really do. And so I showed you the pressure cooking functions with the chickens and the pasta. You can also just use it as an air fryer. And I also love the capacity that you can do 8 quarts, but you don't have to do 8 quarts. And so this is a really quick and easy Monday night meal I like to do just for me and my husband. So you can just do dinner for 2 if you want to do dinner for 2. And we air fried salmon with potatoes. So we like to call these a 360 meal because it's filling 360 degrees of your plate. And so I put the potatoes underneath the roasting rack, but you could also do rice, you could do quinoa, you could do other things if you wanted to use the pressure cooking function. And then we air fried the salmon. Air fried salmon is so wonderful and delicious. And I'd love to show you the rack too. So this is the rack. I'm holding it with the tongs here because it's still a little hot, but I want to show you it is reversible. And so, come fall when you want to start baking, you can bake in this too. I usually just put my cake pan right on there, and I'll show you my cake there in a bit, and just lower it right into the pot, and you can bake as well. So I love that it has all these different functions. I love that I can do a lot in a big pot, but you can't do a little or a lot in a little pot. And so I like that I can do as much as I need for when I'm entertaining, but also, just for quick and easy weeknight meals, if I want to do some air fried salmon and potatoes, this took me just 12 minutes. That was it. To have something healthy and delicious on a Monday night.
But look at the
Plus,
color
it's easy
of
to
that
clean.
salmon. Look at the
Isn't
color.
it?
But what you really need to know and understand, Rochelle, is also it's the moistness that it really just infuses in there. We can actually stay with that picture. I'd rather look at that salmon all day long than be. Look at that salmon. Look at the color. But it's the moistness, the way it cooks. It's not just that it cooks faster. It's not just that it even makes it look more appealing visually. It's that it tastes better.
It truly does. I mean, I love air fried salmon. I never do salmon in my oven again because I love the crispiness of the skin. I love that it's moist and tender and delicious on the inside. I also like that it's easy cleanup. So the pot and the roasting rack and the air fry basket rack, they're all dishwasher safe. So you can put them in the dishwasher when you're done. But because they're truly nonstick, I mean, if you want to take a peek in here too, this is my dirty dishes, but you can see how nonstick this is with the 2 potatoes I have. They're just kind of rolling around in here. And I keep hearing this doo-doo-doo. That's the sound of dinner being done. And so that is telling me that my pepperoni pizza pasta bake is ready. Look at how delicious that looks. We've got the nice melted cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to actually, while we're getting a close-up of that,
I'm going to tell you my version of that. My version of that is I add a little Italian sausage on top of it too. And it is so
that
good.
sounds so good. So I needed a bowl. So I just went to get a bowl because I wanted to show you this wonderful cheese. Look at that melted cheese on the top. Now, normally I would have had to have cooked the pasta on the stovetop and then put this in another dish to pop it in my oven. I was able to sear and saute, pressure cook my pasta, and then add the cheese and the pepperoni on top to make this a pepperoni pizza pasta bake, but all in one pot. And so it does have a keep warm function too.
What you really mean is your pepperoni pasta paradise, because that is heaven that you're scooping into that bowl right now. That is just pure heaven. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it?
Looks delicious.
But it has a keep warm function. So, if you are feeding a big family, if you're entertaining, this fall and this holiday season, you can just put the keep warm function on and people can serve themselves, which I love.
Well, plus for the football season, right? And even for the big games happening right now in Tokyo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of football food, let's go look at the ribs that we made.
Oh yeah, I'm following you.
Look at these delicious ribs. We're just gonna go close up on the ribs because this is what people love to see. So you can do your ribs in here, and so this is my husband's favorite thing. I make it for special occasions and sometimes the weekends too. But basically, we pressure cooked the ribs for about 16 minutes, and then we air fried them for another maybe 15 minutes or so to get this nice, wonderful char that you're used to getting on your ribs with the barbecue sauce. And so you're getting that tenderness from the pressure cooking that's making it super juicy and delicious and tender. But then you're also getting this barbecue char that everybody loves from the air crisp function. So, you know, how many times could you do ribs in less than an hour without having to deal with the smoke and the grill and, you know, the mosquitoes? I could do this all indoors, and it comes out so delicious. My husband actually prefers my ribs more than the restaurant. So,
and I prefer them cooked in this rather than on the grill. The grill dries them out so much. This instead, because of the pressure cooking, infuses them and traps in all that moisture. But then, I wish you had a before and after of pressure cooked ribs as opposed to the ones that are cooked in the Ninja Foodi, because they are so completely different when you can air fry them to finish them and get that crispness, get that brown, get that bark on it. Oh, it changes everything. This is a game changer. This is a kitchen changer, and this is a flavor changer. You will love cooking with it. You will love the speed, but you will love how all of the things that you love to eat taste better when they're cooked in here. It's just a different way of cooking. You know, Rochelle, my prediction is eventually in our kitchens, we won't even have a stove anymore, because the stove really doesn't even make any sense. They're too big, they dry out, they don't cook in the right way. The way that the technology in kitchen appliances has changed to make it easier for us to eat healthier, for us to cook better, for us to really maximize the flavor and the moisture and the juiciness of our food, it's all different. But this is all we need, and right now, this is actually $100 less than what you would pay for this out in retail. $100 savings off the retail price. Again, you're gonna get your basket, you're gonna get both of your racks. Typically, we maybe include one. We're including both of these at no additional charge. You get both of your lids. That's how you transfer between air pressure and between the broiling function and between the pressure cooker. So black cinnamon, we have it in the gray, the white, and if you want it in that blue, like I said, a few dozen now left in the blue. Rochelle, one more time, this is such a different cooking process that it really elevates everything about your dining experience.
It truly does. You asked for a before and the after the ribs, and I don't have a before ribs, but I do have a before chicken, if you want to see that. And so this is what a pressure cooked chicken looks like normally. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It is still going to save you, you know, 70%, you know, time. And this is fine for chicken soup. But when you want to serve your family, you want something that's golden brown, tender, and delicious. So you want to crisp up that skin, just like you would do in the oven, except with pressure cooking, it's 70% faster. So we were able to do a 7-pound chicken in about 35 minutes because we use a pressure cook function to make it nice and tender and juicy, and then we crisped it up with the air fry function. So really, it's a true 8-in-1. You're gonna love having both the pressure cooker and the air fry function all at once. And I'm gonna serve up some pasta here for lunch with this pepperoni pizza pasta bacon to show you this nice cheese pull again. Alice, I love cooking with you.
In a taxi and send it over to me. I would love that right about now.
Absolutely.
Okay, Rochelle, you're gonna be back with us today. Be something brand new today. We have some new pans that we have that are first on air. So please stay with me for that. Something else that we have coming up is one of our best sellers and has been for a while now, because these are some of the best knives on the market.